Hi. So for today, what I really wanted to discuss was, the idea of time and using your time wisely. It's a new year. I figured, hey, why not? This is something that's been on my mind for a minute now, and the reason why is, I've been kind of, thinking about my sort of deconstruction, from Christianity, from the church, and just kind of in terms of, really addressing some of the ideals and ideals and mindsets that I was taught growing up, right? Now, in terms of this one, this is actually one that still sticks with me today, right? It's one that I actually agree with, and that is that the person you choose to be your partner, to be married with, is going to be one of the most important decisions of your life, right? Now, when I was growing up, it was actually taught it would be the second best, or second, not second best, but second most important decision of your life behind, choosing Christ as your Savior. Now I say, one of the most important decisions of your life, right? And the reason being is because, the person you choose will have a direct impact on the trajectory of your life, right? They just will. It's impossible for them not to, right? And I know for me as a ambitious person, as a go-getter, boss chick, whatever, I like getting things done. But as that kind of person, a lot of times what you end up doing is kind of compartmentalizing and telling yourself that, love and dating is this thing that's over here, and then I have all this other stuff going on, which actually isn't true, right? If I was to ask, the average business person, how important is it to have a good business partner, right? And 9 times out of 10, I'm hoping 10 times out of 10, right? They say, oh yeah, having a business partner is of utmost importance. You gotta be able to trust that person. You gotta be able to, have faith in their decision making, all that, right? And so I say all that to say, if we understand the importance of a business partner, how much more important is a life partner, right? Because your business is just a part of your life, right? But when you have a life partner, that's an all-encompassing thing, right? And that's why it's so important, because they can truly make or break you, literally, right? Choosing the wrong partner can result in the loss of your business, result in, losing money, losing family, losing friends, right? And that's why it has such an impact on us, and why it's so important to choose wisely, and mind your time when it comes to choosing the right partner, right? And one of the things that I was also thinking about today was I was looking at this really awesome video about the concept of ego dating. That a lot of men do. Some women do it too. So I'm not trying to just, rag on the guys. Some women do it too, but it is mostly the men. And essentially, ego dating is just the idea of believing that you may have a great person by your side, but you're still able to find someone better, right? So a lot of men, they will ruin a great thing because they believe that they'll be able to find something better on the other side. When we say grass is greener, and that's not always the case. If anything, it's probably blown up in more people's faces than anything else, right? And so when it comes to choosing the right person, especially for women, and this is one of the reasons why I tell us women, please do not get hung up on one person. I understand that it's our nature, but when we do that, we end up losing out on other opportunities, right? Because you put all your eggs on one basket for one person who is still trying to see if they can do better. What ends up happening is a broken heart, right? And I know that firsthand. Several years ago, I talked about the abusive relationship I was in, right? And it was getting pretty serious. It was at the point where this person was having me send you know, you know, like engagement ring ideas and things like that, and everything blew up in my face, right? And I won't get too much into story time because I'll do so eventually, right? But what I'm saying is, you know, in that instance, really taught me the importance of minding my time and energy properly, because I truly believe if I knew then what I knew now, I don't know if it would have panned out differently, like in terms of breaking it off, because you know, but I mean like in terms of even being with that person in the first place, probably, right? That's just because that's even, you know, with all the things that all the teaching that I got along the way in Christianity, teaching us that, you know, the person that you choose is going to be the most important, one of the most important decisions of your life. You know, I do think. Let me think. What I don't know. Hindsight's 2020, right? I gotta think about that. I'll think about that, and then I'll make another video about my conclusions on what my choices would have been, right? But anyway, as I was saying, right, the idea of, you know, how a lot of men out here, they'll do ego dating, and so what they end up doing is what ends up happening for a lot of women in these situations, right, is that they essentially get taken along for a ride that they didn't necessarily ask to be on, for a person who, you know, is saying that they're all in, but maybe not quite, right? And so that's why we really have to mind our energy, and why, you know, I talk about properly vetting a lot too, right? Because you can only fake the funk for so long, right? When it comes to being with a person, eventually they're going to, because it's very hard to keep up, if your energy is not real, or I shouldn't say energy not real, because there is no energy if it's not real. If it's not real, it's very hard to keep up with. And so that's where proper vetting comes in, to make sure that you're making the most of your time and not wasting, you know, your precious time and your precious energy with one person. And men too, same for you too, making sure that you're with the right person. Because some women out here too, they will absolutely waste your time, energy, and resources. And when I say resources, that's not just money. There's more that goes into resources, right? But people, if you give them that in, and they really don't have your best intentions at heart, they will absolutely waste your time, right? So again, just wanted to come on to say, you know, make sure that you are, you know, holding the decision to let someone in your life in the highest regard, right? It is going to be one of the most important decisions of your life, even if you don't think so. But just think of all the, if you think of all the potential repercussions, you'll start to see what could possibly happen with choosing the right person. That's even with making, you know, people are making the best decisions with the information that they have at the time, and you know, sometimes it still doesn't work out, and that's just kind of, you know, how life pans out, right? But yeah, so I say all that to say, you know, Happy New Year. I'll be back shortly with some more tidbits and topics I just wanted to get on while all these ideas were in my mind at the moment. Make sure you follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram as I am Bliss Alexandria, and I also have a coaching consultation link down below too, if you want to get coached by me in the love and dating and life realm too. So have a good night. I will see you on the other side, which is just a couple hours. You guys, I'm not the kind of person who like stays up really late on New Year. yeah, I'll probably be going to bed like 9:30, maybe 10 or so. I've always been like early riser, not too much of a night person, so I don't really do that. But I want you all to have fun, in my place, right? So yeah, so have a good one, everyone. Stay safe, have fun. Again, I'll see you on the other side. I'll see you in January in a couple hours. Yeah, and have a good one. Thank you.